Big Noon Saturday is sponsored by AT&T Business. Connecting changes everything. They're fired up here in Salt Lake City, Rice-Eccles Stadium. We've got a hot one for you today. Two top 20 teams, undefeated. Big 12 opener, Texas Tech, the Red Raiders, and the Utes of Utah. Hi, everybody. I'm Gus Johnson, along with my quarterback, Joel Klatt. Welcome to Salt Lake City. We'll start with Utah. Kyle Whittingham is a legend. He's their head coach. Didn't have the kind of season he wanted to last year. Had some quarterback issues. Therefore, he went out off-season, hired a new OC, Jason Beck, coming from New Mexico. Beck brought his quarterback with him. And this young man is a dude. Yes. Devin, the dude.
I tell you, Devin Dampier has changed this program in a lot of ways from last year to this year. Now they play with an immense amount of confidence, as they should. He puts so much pressure on the opposing defense because he's a threat with his legs. His mobility is a problem. He's a great rusher of the football, and to go with their great offensive line, it puts a lot of pressure on that defense for Texas Tech and their great defensive line. Cannot wait to watch Devin play here today.
As for Texas Tech, they had a good season a year ago, won 8 games, but during the offseason, Joey McGuire had a bag dropped on him. 28 million big ones. Cody Campbell, oil and gas man, former Mike Leach player, offensive lineman, put the money on the table.
That's right.
But their best player, even though they have NFL players up and down the roster now, their best player is Bear. Yeah. It's no longer the Air Raid, it's the Bear Raid.
And Barron is a guy that's been there for 5 years. They didn't have to go out and get Barron Moore, and he's a quarterback that I really love, and I think he's one of the more underrated players in the country. He's really in the mold of a Texas Tech quarterback, a true gunslinger, a la Cliff Kingsbury or Graham Harrell, and he also threatens the defense just in a different way than Devin Dampier. He's got elite arm talent, and he will threaten every blade of grass taking shots down the field. They're going to do it early and often. Watch out. Tech's offense is fireworks.
And speaking of fireworks on the sideline, let's go downstairs to the AAG, the All-American girl, Jenny Taft.
Well, Gus, I know how much you love talking about all those big guys up front, and yesterday Coach Whittingham told us we may have the best O-line in the country. In fact, this is the best O-line I've ever had at Utah, and I've been here for a very long time. So why are they so good? Well, it starts with the fact that all 5 starters are back. They are led by one of their captains, Spencer Fano, a projected first-round pick, who described this O-line to me with one word: present. Every single day we're present with practice, with meetings. We understand what this O-line is capable of becoming, and today's goal is to go do it. And Gus, before I send it back to you, this place is so loud I can barely hear myself. I think we're in for a fun one.
Oh man, it's gonna be a great day for football. Perfect weather, 69 degrees. And these two teams haven't met in over 50 years, and they have never met in the state of Utah. Texas Tech has won both all-time meetings against the Utes, 45-2 in Lubbock and 72, 29-22 in Lubbock and 73. And here we go. Stone Harrington sends it away. Rayshon Glover, the deep man. And that will bring out Devin Dampier, the New Mexico transfer.
This guy's electric. He has totally transformed this offense. They're one of the best rushing offenses in the country. And in front of him, Gus, he's got a great offensive line like Jenny was just talking about. And they need to lean on that offensive line. There is a little bit of a question about Devin Dampier's health, his ankle. He's been battling a bit of an ankle injury since last week, against Wyoming. We'll see how healthy he is here early.
First down and 10 at the 25 for the Utes. Wayshawn Parker in the backfield with Dampier. And they'll give it to him on first down, running right. He'll pick up a couple. And that brings up the offense for Utah.
This offensive line has to control the pace and tempo of this game. These 5 up front, led by Spencer Fano on the outside, they've got to be great. And then what we're going to see is a talented group of skill position players, and then guys that aren't even starters, but that we'll see quite a bit, are actually some defensive players like Smith Snowden and Lander Barton. Pay attention when 8 and 2 are on the field.
2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line. And here's a sweep around the left side. And it's Jackson Benny. Not a lot of room. He'll gain 1. Stopped by Gil Howard. And this defensive front, pretty special for Texas Tech.
That's right. Look at all those transfers. And those two guys on the outside are terrific. Skylar Gil Howard, probably the alpha of the defense. Jacob Rodriguez, a true Red Raider, a captain at linebacker. And Cole Wisniewski, he transfers in from North Dakota State, where he was an FCS All-American.
3rd down and 6 at the 29. Near side throw caught. Not enough for the first down. Red Raiders jump on him quickly. Ryan Davis gains 4. And that'll bring up a 4th down and 2, and Utah will send it away.
This Texas Tech defense had to be transformed from a year ago, and that's what the bag, Gus, will allow you to do, transform. And they bring in all of these players, and I tell you, they've gelled so well. The defensive line is excellent, one of the better defensive lines in the entire country. And they fly around and they play very hard, and that's the evidence on that first series.
Orion Phillips will punt it away from the 17-yard line. Tristan Gentry is the deep man at the 22. This one angled to the far side. Gentry backpedaling. Fair caught at the 15. A 53-yard punt, and that's going to bring on Behren Morton. Man, oh man, has he been putting up, Joel, some gaudy numbers this year.
Ooh, and I tell you what, they are unafraid to throw the ball down the field, and a lot of that sentiment comes from the fact that they trust number 2, Behren Morton. He's got a lot of confidence in that arm. He's a true gunslinger, and this is an offense, Gus, that will take shots early. This matchup against a man-to-man style defense, you're going to get bump corners right in the face of the wide receivers, and Tech are going to challenge those guys early.
1st down and 10 at the 15 for Morton. And he decides to run it off 1st down. He'll be lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain. Jonathan Hall there.
One thing we got to be aware of as well is Tech is going to try to go fast and use tempo here. Tempo along with those shots down the field. That's how they try to threaten the defense.
2nd and 10 of the 15. He'll air it out this time. Morton, far side, caught, but his receiver immediately dropped. Snowden with the tackle. A 5-yard gain. And received by Reggie Virgil.
Listen to this place.
18th loudest stadium in college football, according to the USA Today. 3rd down and 5 at the 20. Loudest in the Big 12. Jacoby Williams remains in the backfield with Morton. Some movement up front. Looks like this will go against Tech.
False start. Number 72. Offense. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
Sheridan Wilson.
They can't hear the clap. Behren Morton claps. Center has no idea.
So 3rd down and 10 at the 15. Opening series for Tech. Empty backfield for the Bear. Morton underneath. Ball caught. Williams breaks it upfield with running room. Still on its feet. Williams bursts at speed. Williams gets a block. No flag. Can he get there? Cuts it inside. Still on the move. At the 11 he goes down. What a run. Jacoby Williams. Johnson with the saving tackle. That's a gain of 73.
Jacoby Williams had 100 yards receiving last week. He's becoming one of the best threats out of the backfield in all of college football as a receiver. And that was a dynamic and explosive run after the catch down the field.
7 catches, 116 yards and a touchdown for Williams. 1st and 10 at the Utah 12. Morton off his back foot. End zone throw incomplete.
I tell you, the fans up here are upset because Tech executed a pick play. Watch, you're going to have the tight end. He's going to come and block the man player that's trying to defend Jacoby Williams. So the question becomes, did he catch that ball behind the line of scrimmage or was he downfield? If he's downfield, then that is a pass interference. But if he did step back, which it looked like he might have stepped back right before catching the ball, then that's a legal play.
2nd down and 10 of the 12-yard line. Morton handing it off. Dickey this time, and he's dropped for a loss. Well defended. Trey Reynolds, the junior from Arizona, a 1-yard loss.
Boy, after the big play Tech, you got to feel like you got to capitalize, in particular here on this first possession, after Williams put them all the way down there inside the 15. But here, a long yardage situation right in front of the student section, Gus.
3rd down 11, trips at the top of your screen. From the 13, Morton, play fake, looks, darts, underneath, caught, Dickey, and he'll get a first down at the 1-yard line. Jonathan Hall with the saving tackle on 3rd and 11. They get 12.
How about Behren Morton manipulating the pocket, buying time, finding the completion for the first down?
Quickly to the line of scrimmage. 1st down and goal at the 1. Dickey in the backfield. They give it to him straight ahead. Touchdown, Red Raiders. Just like that. Texas Tech gets up and down. 7 plays, 85 yards with the big 73-yard catch and run by Jacoby Williams.
Great push out here on the right side of this offensive line, including that tight end, Terrence Carter. Beautiful block. And Tech goes right down the field on this Utah defense, right in front of this raucous crowd. What a confidence-building drive for Behren Morton and the Red Raiders.
Texas Tech beat Oregon State 45-14 in Lubbock last week. Morton had his second 400-yard game of his career. He threw 4 touchdowns in 3 quarters of work. Handed it off this time. Texas Tech on the road, up 7-0.
The itch and rash of moderate to severe eczema disrupts my skin night and day. Despite treatment, it's still not under control. But now I have Rinvoq. Rinvoq is a once-daily pill that reduces the itch and helps clear the rash of eczema fast. Some taking Rinvoq felt significant itch relief as early as 2 days, and some achieved dramatic skin clearance as early as 2 weeks. Many saw clear or almost clear skin.
Rinvoq can lower ability to fight infections. Before treatment, test for TB and do blood work. Serious infections, blood clots, some fatal. Cancers including lymphoma and skin, serious allergic reactions, GI tears, death, heart attack, and stroke occurred. CV event risk increases in age 50 plus with a heart disease risk factor. Tell your doctor if you've had these events. Infection, Hep B or C, smoked, are pregnant, or planning. Don't take if allergic or have an infection.
Disrupt the itch and rash of eczema. Talk to your dermatologist about Rinvoq.
Learn how AbbVie can help you save.
I stand alone with fire inside, with passion burning in my veins.
This is the mark of a fighter. A rich, full-flavored lager with a crisp, refreshing taste. A reward for those with a fighting spirit. You've earned this, so hold it up high. Modelo, the mark of a fighter.
Big Noon Saturday is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Home and auto coverage you can count on. And by AT&T Business. Connecting changes everything. Time for today's game flow, sponsored by Progressive. Coach Witt, Coach McGuire. All kinds of respect. Both these teams undefeated. Big 12 action getting going right now. Tech jumping out in front. Coach Whittingham thought about maybe retiring after last season, but with a 5-7 record, 2-7 in the Big 12, he knew he couldn't go out that way. Everything's different. Let's see if he can stay for 20 more years. That's what we talked to him about yesterday. Play the Fox Super 6 College Football Challenge. Download the Fox Sports app right now and enter for free for a shot to win your share of 5,000 big ones and cash prizes. See the Fox Sports app for details. Gus Johnson, Joel Klatt, Jenny Tabb, Mike Pereira with you. Now Devin Dampier. He's from Phoenix, Arizona, born in Jenny's Hood, Minneapolis, Minnesota. First down and 10 at the 25. Smith Snowden in motion out of the backfield. Dampier goes through his progressions. Underneath, finds his receiver, Ryan Davis. He'll turn it up and gain 7.
Davis is a really reliable guy on the outside and actually came from New Mexico with Dampier and Jason Beck, the offensive coordinator. So certainly a guy that Dampier trusts on the outside.
2nd and 3 at the 32. Here's the delayed handoff. Hunter Andrews, he'll pick up a first down. What's different about this Utah offense with Coach Beck running the show?